Thursday, April 1st, 1875. It rained and it blew awful hard. It had turned colder. Lily went downtown, got supper early, had potatoes. Ma got a new lamp, was out in the evening, got a bag full of bad apples, was fooled. Friday, April 2nd. Went to Tarbox and stayed all day. Come home and baked bread. Had company in the evening. It was a pretty day. Saturday, April 3rd. Went over to Ashworth's, stayed a while. Come home and sat around. Went and got 2 pairs of new shoes. Miss Walker was here. Pa come home on the night train. Got me 25 cents worth of oranges. Eunice was here after dark. Sunday, April 4th. We got up late. Read in papers and books. Mrs. Tarbox and Miss Eckert call on Lily. Stella Moore and Carrie and the girls went to church. Monday, April 5th. Paul went to work. Lily went to washing. It was a pretty day. Very lonely. Went downtown a minute. Tuesday, April 6th. We moved. It was a pretty day but windy. Got moved by 3 o'clock. Charlie run off to the river. Was uneasy about him. Wednesday, April 7th. I went downtown, got paper to paper the house, come home and went to work, and got very frightened in the evening. Run to William Jones. He come back with us. I was very afraid. Thursday, April 8th. I whitewashed and worked very hard. Rained in the evening. I was afraid. Friday, April 9th. And washed. It was a pretty day. Miss Adair come and see me in the afternoon. Was quite sick. Was awful afraid in the night. Saturday, April 10th. We worked at housework and Miss Adair sent me a basket full of goodies. Pa come home after dark with a basket of groceries. I was afraid. Sunday, April 11th. We had breakfast early. Judd Ashworth and Johnny was here. Charlie Adair and Stella Moore were here. Mr. McGowan was here. It was a pretty day. Got a letter from Lily. Carrie played so much she was sore all over. Monday, April 12th. Pa had our garden plowed. I commenced in planting our potatoes. Worked all day at the garden. It was cold and windy. Pa got seeds to plant. Tuesday, April 13th. Pa went to Fox's to work. I finished planting the potatoes, then went to see Mrs. Jones. Stayed until after dinner. Come home and we planted peas and beets. It was cold and windy. We was lonely. Wednesday, April 14th. Pa went to Fox's to work, and I worked in the garden. Carrie went to town to mail Lily's letter. I was pretty near fagged out. Was sick in the evening. Pa come home at night. It was cold and windy. Thursday, April 15th. Pa worked at Fox's. It was cold, cloudy, and windy. Miss Adair sent me a mess of parsnips, and I had them for my dinner. I ate so much I could not get my breath. Bought 8 pounds of meat from Ashworth. Friday, April 16th. It snowed from the north. I'd never seen such a day. Pa did not work. We sat around all day, done nothing but freeze. Saturday, April 17th. Pa worked for Fox's. I went uptown. It snowed and blew all day. I had my dinner at Ashworth, come home at 3 o'clock. Was mad at night. Pa got no money. Sunday, April 18th. It was a fine, pretty day. Had company. After dinner, I went to Jones to see her. Come home and fix the beds, and then I went to bed. Monday, April 19th. Pa worked for Mrs. Fletcher. I washed in the forenoon and made the garden in the afternoon. It was a beautiful day, warm as warm could be. Got 2 letters. Dan Davis was here. Pa come home for his dinner. It rained at night. Tuesday, April 20th. Pa went to Fox's. It was cold and disagreeable. Looks like winter. I am sick. Woe to Pharisees. Wednesday, April 21st. Pa went to Fox's. It was cold. I was not well. I didn't do much of anything. Only feel lonely. Thursday, April 22nd. Pa worked uptown. I fixed my dress. Carrie went to town, stayed all day. In the afternoon, it was not so cold. Friday, April 23rd. Pa worked in town. It was a beautiful day. I went to town in the forenoon. Come back in time for dinner. Went to Jones in the afternoon. Come home and fixed our supper. Saturday, April 24th. It was very cold again today. It froze the ice 1/4 inch thick in the night. Fox paid Pa. We ate a late supper. Got 2 letters. Sunday, April 25th. It was a little warmer in the morning. Telva came out and stayed all day. Mrs. Spencer was here before breakfast. Carrie went to stay all night with Adair. Monday, April 26th. Pa worked in town. I did up the work, had it all done when Carrie come. Made me a pair of drawers, worked like a Turk. It tried to rain, but it didn't come out. It was cloudy all day. Tuesday, April 27th. Pa worked in town. I washed the colored clothes and the quilt. It was a fine day. I worked like a Turk. Wrote to Lily, laughed a good deal. Made my ruffles, sewed on my breeches. Wednesday, April 28th. Pa worked in town. I worked in the garden some, sewed some. It was a beautiful day, clouded up in the evening. Carrie was mad at me and slapped my ears. She's so cross, no one can live with her. Thursday, April 29th. Pa worked in town and I sewed. It was raining, rained until about 8 o'clock, and the wind blew from the west a good share of the day. Charlie went to have a beer tonight in the bar room. Got a load of cobs. Friday, April 30th. Pa worked in town and I washed some in the forenoon. Went to town in the afternoon. Had a nice visit. Didn't get any letters from Sister. I wish I could. It turned cold in the evening and rained in the night.